memorial to sub-vets, Navy vets, just the memorial of everyone that was lost and all the sacrifices that they made. So our mission is to preserve these vessels in order to give back to the public and teach today's youth and today's society about what they went through.
I think it's very important, not only for children, but for all citizens to learn about where we've come from as a country and as a military, because if we don't learn from our past, we're destined to make the same mistakes in the future.
This is the USS Cavalla. She was a submarine, served in World War II and in the Cold War. In World War II, she went on a couple of patrols, was very successful. She was commissioned on leap year and termed Our Lucky Lady. She was very important in the submarine fleet in turning the tide of the war. This is the forward torpedo room. They would have shot torpedoes out of the tubes in this area forward. There are bunks above the torpedoes. This is where the torpedo men would have slept, right on top of their bombs. They would have had to walk on their food when they go out to sea. They pack all the food in and there's no room to store it, so they would have put it on the walkways. And they would have had to hot bunk. There are not enough bunks on board for everyone to sleep at the same time, so once one gets up to go to work or to go get some food, another one takes his spot in the bunk. All submariners are volunteers. You cannot be ordered to be placed on a sub. So everyone came here, had a passion, and wanted to help their family or their country.
Life on board here at sea would have been a little rough. This isn't a very big ship, and it takes, you get in 20-foot seas, you're walking on the walls in here, and very limited air conditioning. It was hot. This where we're standing is the galley. Roughly 200 people came through here in this line to pick up food to go sit down and eat. The training for the crew and the officers would be anti-submarine warfare, and then they had to learn anti-aircraft tactics on defending the ship from kamikazes. You work 24 hours a day just to protect freedom. There is no guarantee when, where, what you're going to do next, what time you're going to see the family and your loved ones. The stories that the guys tell on here when they do tours and give information about stories of their own experiences on here, it brings it to life, what they really sacrificed.
When you see veterans come that served on destroyer escorts or submarines like the Cavalla, they walk in and it's like they're 18 again, and they're walking through, they're smiling, they're climbing up and down the ladders like it's no issue. And these are 98-year-old men coming through here, and they're acting like they're just children and loving the experience.
To be able to follow in their footsteps, it's amazing. I truly love what I do for my country. I love my job. I love serving in the military. I love being a sailor.
I'm honored that they did sacrifice their lives, those who did, and those who went over to fight when I didn't have that opportunity too.
We can pay the ultimate sacrifice, and I think that's really gets to the heart and soul of what Veterans Day is all about. Not only honoring those that have served before us, but those brave men and women that have laid down their lives as well.
We wouldn't be here as we are today without our veterans. We could be under German control if they didn't do what they did during World War II, and so on with all the other conflicts we've been in. And they put up so much. They sacrificed their families, their lives in many cases, and being able to thank them, it's very important, and I'm very proud to be able to work in an establishment like this and be able to thank them personally.
I'm a retired vet myself, so I know what it's like to sacrifice, and we have groups that come here twice a year, and 90% of them are World War II vets. Most of this stuff you've seen that's painted in here and cleaned up was done by them. They still make sacrifices today just to keep up their history. And these guys have been through dozens of campaigns. And it's real neat to work with them. It makes me feel good for about what I've done for the 12 years that I served.